Open is a vibe. I love a sporting event where you can throw a fit.
First time I went, I was in a suite. We were lit. We were like hanging out of the suite, out of our minds.
So let me get this straight. You can be an evil person and you just go to heaven. That's actually a good fucking deal. Like, I'll take that.
My therapist actually said to me, I want to talk about your relationship to men. And I said, I'll see you in 2026.
I have somebody I want to hook you up with.
Oh, you've never told me this.
Hey guys, welcome to Too Personal. I'm Joy Taylor. Thanks so much for joining us again this week. If you haven't already, make sure that you hit subscribe. Follow us on all our social media at Too Personal Show. Very excited for this week's guest, Rachel Lindsay, a great friend of mine. She is a media mogul. She's an attorney, the first Black bachelorette. She also does the show Higher Learning with Van Lathan, who is also on Too Personal earlier on in the season, if you want to go back and watch that as well. We have a great conversation. I really enjoyed it and so glad she could come by and stop by the podcast. I'm so excited to talk to her. So make sure you stick around for that. And of course, never too personal. Really great question today. If you want to be a part of the show, you can email us at toopersonalpodcast@gmail.com or follow us on our socials, which you should be doing anyway, at Too Personal Show. And we'll get to that later. But first, in this ocean of gloom and doom, occasionally people act so crazy that it brings me some happiness, some joy, if you will. So people have been making this prediction for hundreds of years, and they have been wrong exactly 100% of the time. But the rapture. If you are a part of the evangelical Christian community, then you have had this conversation about the rapture. If you grew up in any way like I did, you were terrorized by the thought of the rapture. You've probably had rapture nightmares. You've probably lived your life in a way that the rapture would take over and consume your thoughts and how you were going to save people in time before Jesus came back. If you don't know what the rapture is, it's when Jesus comes back and he takes all the Christians and leaves everyone else behind. I'm a little bit rusty on what happens when everyone else gets behind. I think they get sucked into hell or something like that. So it sounds about right. It tracks. So anyway, people are back on this. The rapture is happening. Now, if you're watching this, of course, they were, again, 100% wrong because the rapture is supposed to happen on Tuesday. Behind the curtain, we shoot this before that. So here we are, pre-recorded, and I'm talking to you, not raptured, and neither is anyone else. But a South African pastor has scared people again into thinking that the rapture is going to happen Tuesday, September 23rd, 4th, the 23rd. Okay, it doesn't matter again because we're all here because he's wrong. But it got me to travel back into my rapture history and Y2K. Like, if you were not around for Y2K or you were too young to remember what Y2K was, and of course, if you were not white, because I don't think white people had the same experience. I've had those conversations with many people, and like, I don't think white people I don't even think they registered Y2K as like a thing. They were not prepared. Like, if the rapture was going to happen or the apocalypse was going to happen, they were not prepared for Y2K. It was not even a blip on their radar. Us, however, we were like in Florida, staying at someone's house who had a well. We had like stocked up cans and there was so much going on with Y2K, but that was a big, like, the rapture is going to happen in the year 2000. Hey, Aiden, are you okay? No, you're okay. I just want to make sure he's okay. Then in 2011, there were fears that a comet was going to cause massive earthquakes and tidal waves and collide with Earth. And again, we have resurfaced with rapture predictions for September 23rd, 2025, according to the South African pastor. So unfortunately, the rapture did not happen again, of course, because we are all still here. But it got me thinking how much I really am ready for the rapture. I'm ready for him to come and get the rapture believers off the planet. Just goodbye. Like, it's time to scoop them up. Take them wherever they'd like to go, and leave the rest of us to our societies. Because, man, like, it's one thing to believe in religion and it's one thing to believe in Christianity. It's a whole nother thing to disregard exactly what the book says. Again, to predict when the rapture is happening. The entire point of the rapture is that no one knows when it's going to happen. It says it in the book. No one knows. How do we get here? I just can't. Should I start a cult? I'm starting to think I should start a cult because it's so easy to convince people of things these days. Guys, it's in the book. If you are concerned at any point that you, as a Christian or as a person, are getting sucked into a vortex that may not be a reality, or that you might be getting manipulated, or your fears and your vulnerability might get preyed on, read a book. I beg you. The words are printed on the paper. If you don't know how to read the book, consult someone who does know how to read the book, and then have them walk you through it. Generally, people that can read at that level, 12th grade, which is required for the New Testament to read it and process it. I know half the country can't read past the 6th grade level, but usually people that can read are kind enough to break it down for the people that can't. I'm not even being sarcastic. It says in the book that no one knows when it's going to happen. So seeing that we are all still here once again, and the rapture prediction is wrong, I am saying this, recording this with full confidence, because again, if you believe anything that's in the Bible, then you in fact know you don't know when the rapture is going to happen. Guys, please, can we just pull it together for 5 minutes and be serious about anything, right? Everyone's making fun of you because they should be. You don't know when the rapture is going to happen. Stop preparing. But in any case, if you seem to get a hold of this footage before it happens, or you guys get another date on your hands that you'd like to give me all your money because you're not going to be here to spend it, and I might need some of it in this new hellscape where you no longer are here, please, I'll be happy to send you the wiring instructions, and I will take care of all of your dollars here on Earth while you go on to ascension into whatever planet, heaven, space that you have invented in your brain, because it's not the heaven from the Bible. Please, can someone send me the remix Bible? That's my actual request. I want somebody to send me the remix Bible. Where are you people getting this information? It honestly gave me a little bit of happiness, because as a scarred, rapture tormented child from all of the predictions and the doomscapes that had been preached to me by complete hypocrites, it was kind of nice to see that people are still just listening to whatever is being told to them in these spaces, and that I'm not crazy, that it really might be time for me to start a cult. What should I call it? Send me some suggestions. twopersonalpodcast@gmail.com. Send me some suggestions on the cult, because I think I'm going to start one. All right, it's time to, this is a great transition, actually, into my conversation with Rachel Lindsay. Let's get to Rachel Lindsay. All right, I'm so excited to have my friend, Rachel Lindsay. Rachel is an incredible media maven. She's an author, a speaker, an attorney. She was the first Black Bachelorette, and she currently co-hosts Higher Learning with Van Lathan, who is also a dear friend and friend of the pod as well. So welcome to Too Personal.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm recovering from COVID. I have to keep telling people I've tested. Don't worry, everyone. I tested before I got here, but COVID is back.
It's still a thing.
Well, people keep saying to me, they're like, COVID's back. I'm like, guys, COVID never left. Now, I haven't been moving around like that, but I'm just saying. Yeah. It's back. It's out here, and it's getting you. I was down bad for like a week.
It's tagging some people. It's never going away. But no. There are those people that don't believe it ever happened in the first place.
Yeah, but it's like, it always takes on a new life. Everybody describes their COVID. Like, what's your COVID like? This is what my COVID's like. It's a lot. But at least it didn't keep me from the US Open. It did keep me from New York Fashion Week, though.
The US Open was so fun. I was there for the first time this year also. You were on the red carpet. I went with a friend of mine, Carissa.
You go every year now.
I will, yes.
Yeah, once you go.
And now I have the bug. Now I want to play tennis, and I went and played tennis in New York, and then I'm going to start a little cutesy tennis crew.
Are you good?
I'm actually not bad.
Okay, because I am bad. And I don't I consider myself an athletic person, but there is something about tennis, and we do not get along. Pickleball, good. Racquetball, great. Tennis, no. I've never felt more unathletic in my life.
Is it the moving around part?
I felt clumsy. I don't know. I was running to the ball trying to hit it, and they're like, you need to wait a little bit for the ball to come to you. So the ball was going over my head to the side, and I was like, this is what it feels like to be uncoordinated. I
uncoordinated.
don't like it.
Yeah, I hadn't played in like 3 years, and I was told I was pretty solid. I felt solid. So yeah, but I could do pickleball. I haven't done pickleball yet, so I might try that out also. But I do want to get some cutesy tennis outfits. And
The outfits are amazing.
form an alliance of tennis girlies.
I'll come cheer. I mean, I'll come just to dress the part.
Yeah, the outfits are so cute.
Yeah, they are.
The U.S. Open is a vibe. It's like I love a sporting event where you can throw a fit. And the U.S. Open is one of those places.
But were you shocked at how quiet it was?
No, it was so loud and it was so
What?
packed. You had a different experience than I did because I was with the hooligans. Okay, I was in Gen Pop. No, we had great seats, but the halls of the stadium, like everyone came in at the same time because it started raining.
Oh,
but
the
I was there for you were there for the women's final also.
Yeah.
So it started raining, so everyone started coming into the stadium at the same time.
Yes, because I was working
was
the carpet.
total mayhem.
And we got rained on and we had to sit out in the garage, and then I was late coming in, all of that. But the match is so quiet. The first time I went with
yeah. Like they scold you if you make noise. Like they
Yes.
will not start playing until everyone is silent.
That's what I mean. I'm used to being
silent,
loud.
not silenced.
and
silent.
I'm used to like
Don't
yelling
fucking talk.
at people and like talking to my friends, and you can't do that. And the first time I went, I was in a suite. And we were in the Grey Goose suite. We were lit. We were like hanging out of the suite, out of our minds, and people kept looking back at us or rolling their eyes. And I just thought they were jealous because, we were
Because
like,
we're in a suite.
yeah, and like we were just having a good time, and we were drinking the honey juice and all of that. And it was like, no, this is not the correct. Like, it was bad.
It's inappropriate.
It was really inappropriate.
The honey juices are so good.
And I don't even drink vodka. Like
I'm not
that.
a vodka girl either. I'll have one dirty martini occasionally, and that is the extent of my vodka consumption. But I had to try it.
Yeah.
And I mean, what an excellent drink.
It's so good. But the regular tennis folk are mad at us for starting to come. There's like all this chatter now about too many. It's becoming too popular. People are coming. They're not paying attention to the match. They're talking too much. They're worried about their outfit. Yeah. There's this whole thing about it. It's becoming too popular, too accessible. They've been keeping tennis quiet.
Bitches.
We're blowing it up.
Stories out.
We'll be back.
I'm going to be at Wimbledon. I'm trying to be at Wimbledon.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's
I'm
a great summer vibe.
Right. Pop over to London, go to Wimbledon. I'm definitely going next year. It was so fun.
Yeah.
So fun. Great vibes in New York. How are you doing emotionally? This has been an interesting couple of weeks for everyone.
I'm all the emotions. Like I'm an emotional person. I don't know if that always comes through because I work very hard at not showing it, but I will also cry at the drop of a dime when I really care about something. And I'm one of those people who cries when they're really angry. When I'm really mad, you're going to see the tears first. And I have felt over the last week angry, disappointed, frustrated, confused, but I shouldn't be confused, and a little hopeless. Just like I shouldn't be shocked at how people are responding with the killing of Charlie Kirk. We're going there early in the podcast.
That's what's happening.
But that's what's happening right now. I shouldn't be shocked at how people are responding. But I think as a person who grew up in very religious, to see what so-called Christians are doing and how they're acting and how they can't see how they are being used as pawns and being played upon for people using their religion, where they're basically tapping into it because religion in itself can be a cult, and they're tapping into that cult, adding politics to it to build a bigger cult, and they're using your religion as a guise to hide, to further their own agenda.
Yeah.
And they don't recognize that. And instead, you are attacking people, the wrong people, because this person said they were a man of faith, but didn't act it in any kind of way. This person said they believed in God, but has no Christ-like characteristics. And it's so obvious to me. And the other obvious thing is, if you are so upset, if you're so upset, and you should be at the waist at somebody being killed in that manner, then why are you not focusing on how somebody can be killed like that in this country? Rather than looking to blame who's like at a person or a political party or an agenda, it's a problem that somebody can be killed like that in this society. And that's the real issue. And you should be mad at your politicians who are using your anger to further their agenda rather than your politicians trying to fix the problem.
Yeah.
And all of that is why I feel all those emotions that I said right now. And I can't get off social media. And I can't stop talking about it. I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem.
Well, I don't know that it's a problem. I think we do need to keep having these conversations. It's just a matter of who are you having these conversations with? Because to me, it's rudimentary what you're saying. I mean, I've been talking about this publicly for many years. I have been getting pushback about this for many years, but I grew up in church jail. Okay, I went to Baptist church.
How many days a week?
3 to 6 days a week. Vacation Bible School, Awana, reading the Bible cover to cover once a year. I did missions trips. Like this is my bag. Okay, and I refuse to be belittled with the remix, and I don't even want to call it the remix because the reason I left the church was because of how church people behave. And now it's just become this, it's just a joke to me. And it infuriates me because the shaming and the repackaging of what it means to be a Christian, like at this point, if you tell me you're a Christian, I don't trust you. I fundamentally don't think you can make good decisions for yourself, that you are someone that holds other people accountable, that you believe in any type of moral positioning, that you stand for anything. And honestly, I really think they're cowards.
They're cowards and they're charlatans. And the reason I get upset is I still identify as a Christian and I still hold on to the values that I learned as a kid. I wasn't going 3 to 6 times a week. I was probably going twice. But I went to a Christian school my entire life. And I still have issues with it, right? Like I condemn purity culture. I've written about it. I talk about it. Like it's so problematic. And I don't agree with every single thing, but I still hold true to the values for me morally. And I don't think you have to be a Christian to have good morals. I want to be very clear about that.
I think that I am more apt to trust someone's morals if they don't tell me that they're a Christian.
I think you shouldn't trust someone. This is this could get me in trouble. People who lead with that, right? Where it's their defining personality. Like, you probably have never even heard me say that to you.
Fuck you, bitches. See, now Rachel says it because this is the fucking truth. Like, I said this on Paul Pierce's podcast. And everyone was freaking the fuck out. Like, damn, you can't be a man of God anymore? No, because you're fucking not a man of God. You're a fraud.
And I'm sure you can identify this. This is why I loved that movie Saved when it came out. It is very rare I make a movie reference because I do not sit and watch movies. I don't have the attention span for it. But the movie Saved, I felt seen because there's a scene in it that I lived all the time where people would say, I can't be in a relationship with you anymore because God told me that we can't be together. Okay? I dealt with... Do you know that
my therapist was like, this has happened to me so many times that my therapist is like, where are you finding these men? Like, are you going to a specific place? I was like, no, they find me.
No, and they're there.
Then they hit me with my favorite fucking line, which is that they can't have sex anymore because they're trying to get closer to God.
Been there. It's happened to me too. You are not alone. You are not alone. I am here. Joy is not making this shit up.
Stupid. I literally stare at them like,
this is real. And it's worked.
Like,
because
I won't even we have done horrible things to each other. Now all of a sudden you hear God.
You hear God. What's it sound like?
What? Is that what it is? We take it too far? We can lose the leather. My God, relax.
And this is what turns people, if you like really believe it and you really study it, it's all of this is a joke and is so far from the actual teachings or whatever the understanding and the belief of the way, Jesus lived.
No,
and
it's
that's
made
why
up.
It's funny to me. And that is why, like, the person saying to us, God said I can't be with you or I can't have sex with you, that is literally the equivalent of somebody weaponizing Christianity for political reasons. They weaponize it for their own personal benefit. And it's happening way too much.
Well, my thing is, if we're together and you are not a Christian and then you get saved and then that is your response, okay. Because you're on that journey. But you were Christian when we met and now walk me through it.
Yeah.
And my thing with faith, and the reason why it bothers me so deeply, is because religion and faith are such compelling things for people. Like it defines people.
Yeah.
It defines their family. It defines the places that they show up. It defines how they vote. And what's really bothered me the past couple weeks is everyone is so weak. And I am just tired of people being so fucking weak. You don't stand for anything.
Nothing.
All you do is run your fucking mouth. You slap Jesus's name on it, and all of a sudden you're on the good side of things, and whatever happened over here doesn't matter because God has absolved you of everything. So let me get this straight, because this is the only consistent thing that I have seen from these people over the past couple weeks. I can live my life however the fuck I want to. I can treat people terrible. I can hate people. I can advocate for deaths. I can advocate for rape. I can advocate for people to lose their livelihood. I can advocate for slavery and fucking Jim Crow. I can say horrible shit, treat people badly, scream in people's faces, call them fucking names, do any number of atrocious things my entire life, and go to heaven. That's actually a good fucking deal. Like, I'll take that. Well, it seems like you don't have to do anything. You don't have to be held accountable. You don't have to fucking work on yourself. Right. You don't have to be a good person. And fuck being a good person. You can be an evil person and you just go to heaven. Guys, that's not religion. Like, that is like when you sit there and pitch that to me, it's like, yeah, of course I would be a Christian. There's no accountability. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Could light this bitch on fire.
Well, if you look a certain way, and that and everything you're saying is, that's where I should laugh at it because it's so ridiculous, but I can't laugh at it because people so wholeheartedly with their whole being believe it and stand for it. But the crazy thing is, to me, all that you said that, right? It's okay if you do all those things and you look a certain way or you agree with the things that I'm doing. Maybe you don't look like me, but you agree with my beliefs and the things that I'm pushing forward and my ideals. However, if I say, okay, the person you like does this, this, and this, and all those things that you said, if I do it, somehow you can find grace for that person because they're a Christian. But if I do those things and then I say, well, I'm a Christian too, it's, no, you're not. No, you're not. Because you're calling out that person. Now, hold on a second.
Yeah,
where's the grace?
It is the fundamental,
where's the understanding?
It is the fundamental basis of Christianity. There is no accountability. It is a brilliant concept. You can live your life however you want and do whatever you want to people. And if you claim to be a Christian, when you die, you're good.
For the charlatans. Because are you familiar with James Tallarico?
No.
I love this guy. And the only reason I am is because I'm from Texas. And so I try to pay attention to Texas politics. But he's a local Texas senator. He's also a preacher, child of a minister. He blew up on social media because on TikTok of how he confronted Texas Republicans, white guy, Texas Republicans for wanting to put up the 10 Commandments and all these things. Caught the eye of Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has him on his podcast. He blows up. That's how he came to even my attention. Now he's running for U.S. Senator in Texas. He beautifully and brilliantly lays out, because he studied theology, what actually are the teachings and how it counteracts with the way these people are saying they are. And it's so great. And yet the Christians are still, those type of Christians are still attacking him.
But see, that's my issue with it. So
why would anybody want to be one?
What is a Christian? Because there can't be various types of Christians. There can't be Christian nationalists and Black Christians and empathetic Christians. Like, what does it mean fundamentally to be a Christian?
And
because
the
words are there, right? Like, the book is there. And in the book, it says, by their fruit, you will know them. This fruit is rotten.
Rotten.
And you're pitching it to me like it's not, like I'm fucking stupid. And I'm a lot of things, but stupid is not one of them. And like I said earlier, this is my motherfucking bag. You will never take me down when it comes to having conversations about the church or how these people behave.
Yeah.
And so to me, it's really frustrating to watch this kind of rhetoric get circulated. And I honestly think, it's about time that I just join the fucking party. Like, let's just be assholes and say we're Christians, because that's the best way to live. Like, they have the best life.
It wouldn't matter, because this is what I mean about, like, you don't look like them or adopt their type of Christianity. And you're right, there shouldn't be a type, but the way when humans put their own personal twist and spin on it, there becomes a divide. And so they'll still never, in my post that I posted on social media that people are ripping me apart, I talked about empathy, because Charlie Kirk said he didn't have any, and he didn't believe in that word. And I was like, how can you claim to be a Christian but not believe in empathy?
Because he's not a Christian. Because he wasn't a Christian.
Correct.
Because he wasn't a man of faith.
And Christian in words only. And people were like, you're taking his text out of context. He said he didn't believe in empathy, but he believed in sympathy. And I'm like, that's really rich. Because to believe in sympathy just means you pity somebody and feel sorry for them. You have to go the extra mile for empathy. There's a deep understanding. You have to want to care about the well-being of someone, which he does not give a fuck about anybody who looks like us or who has different beliefs than him. And they don't understand that. But in my caption, I was like, I grew up as a Christian. I'm a Christian, blah, 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 blah. And I explained it. People ripping me. You are not a Christian. How dare you talk about Charlie Kirk when he died and he had a wife and this, and I go, I actually made space for that. I will never celebrate the public killing of anybody. I thought that was loud. It was gruesome. I never want to see that type of video again. And I said, because I have empathy, I can recognize that somebody on a personal level lost a husband, a father,
Everyone
a son.
has a family.
But
why do people say that? That is one of the fundamental things that confuses me about this whole situation. Everyone has a family.
Of course. And that is why I can still say I don't like that, and I can still say this. But how can you say, I'm making space for that, right? And I'm also talking about empathy and how people weaponize Christianity. And I'm talking about why he didn't believe in it and how he used it for his own benefit. And what do people say to me? And this is why I'm back to the point of me saying, you can't just say, oh, well, I'm going to start saying I'm a Christian too and doing whatever. It won't matter, because you're not their kind of Christian. And at the end of the day, that's the fucking problem.
I'm not white.
Yeah.
That's what
white,
we're saying.
But let's make space for those blacks, okay? Because there are black people who, because they say it to me all the time. They love to compare me to Candace. You're not like, no, not saying I'm like her. It's just like, well, Candace said this. Or they'll throw in another black person who says the things that they want to say. So I say you're not white, but you're also not a minority who believes their beliefs, who adopts it. Because there are those too.
I gotta tell you,
the self-hating ones.
I am the weak links. That's what they are.
The weak links?
They're the weak links.
What do you mean?
They're the weak links. That's what they are. Like, the self-hating ones are the weak links.
Oh, I thought you said you are that.
No.
And I was like, what do you mean?
I'm God's strongest soldier. I don't know which God, because I don't subscribe to whatever this insane remix is. It was very, I'm with you though. I saw a lot of people posting about it, and I was like, unfollow.
For sure.
Can't wait till you bring up why I don't follow you anymore. Be happy to let you know. But I'm also just really getting to the point, and the empathy thing is interesting to me, because I've talked about on the show, I don't have a lot of empathy left for anyone. Like, I know that I am losing empathy. Like, I care less and less about other people, because what the world is telling me constantly every day is that I should not give a fuck about anybody. That I shouldn't care about what other people are suffering through, that there is no real benefit to being a good person. We celebrate atrocities. We celebrate terrible people. We're repackaging history. we're erasing reality. What's the point? And like,
For you.
what's the point for me? What's the point for me to not go full villain?
No, but I mean, because you. Like, I think everything that you're saying is fair. And if you told me that you had no empathy because of all that you see, I would probably be like, I completely understand you. But for you, like for me, I can't live in a space where I don't care. Like there are things that I don't care about for sure. And I think that's a gift to be able to just be like, I honestly, like to get to the place in life where you're like, you see something and you're like, doesn't really faze me, don't care. Because I haven't always been that strong.
Mm-hmm.
But for me personally, the person that I am and the way I want to live my life, I have to have a level of empathy. And also because so many people don't about things that they should. So many people don't care. Look at a Charlie Kirk, for example. It's like there were so many people and situations that he absolutely didn't care about and have empathy for. Well, imagine if we all just said, fuck it, we're just gonna adopt that mentality. There's gotta be people who still care about certain things. And that's why, like, not to harp on James, I wish I still had my Texas license. It's like when I hear him, I'm like, please don't disappoint me. I'm not idolizing him. I'm not putting my faith in him, but it is very refreshing to see someone who is young and who I'm like, this makes sense. You don't look like me. There are probably things that we don't agree about, but man, like if more people could start talking like you and you can bend some people back over to this side, I'm a little bit more hopeful. And I'm not really a hopeful person. That I will say.
I am not hopeful. And by the minute, I get more and more convinced that we are severely cooked.
No. We're cooking, for sure.
No, I think we're cooked. Like, I think it's fried, and we're just going to start rotting now that it's like been cooked. We're sitting out in the sun, and it's over soon. Because I would like to believe, and to be clear, I do still have empathy. I'm just incredibly frustrated with how people are treating each other. And I don't know. What you and I having a rational conversation does not convince me that these people will ever change.
They won't.
In fact, I think they're going further to the other side. And this situation convinced me even more that there are so many, more than I thought, so many people who are well-meaning, and well-meaning people are so fucking dangerous. They don't stand for anything, and they pop out with some bullshit quote, or talking about he was a family man, or talking about he was a man of God, and it is so terrible. Well-meaning people have fueled genocides, slavery, atrocities across the planet since the beginning of time. In fact, I might argue that well-meaning people are the fuel that allows those things to continue. Yeah. Because at least if there are just clear sides, this and this, we can go to war and the winner makes the rules. But when you have this contingent of people that don't stand for shit, and then they pop out when something like this happens, and it's like, well, I don't know much, but I know I don't like this. Like, well, then shut your fucking mouth. If you don't know anything, why are you talking? Do some research. Read one page of one fucking book. Watch one fucking video. Educate yourself, and then push your fucking line in the sand about where you stand on the situation. Yeah. Because no one is advocating for violence. Has politics of the state of the world affected your dating life?
No. This politics, no, hasn't affected my dating life, because I'm not going to date anybody who's in any way aligned with the things that we've been talking about on this podcast. That's easy for me. I'm new to dating. Like, I feel like I haven't dated my entire 30s. So I kind of feel...
Well, you were married for how many years?
I was married for 4.5. We were together for about 7. And then the year before that, I was on The Bachelor. And so, like, I came into my 30s kind of in and out of a relationship, 5 years, that was dying. And I really didn't have much time to date in between, never been on an app, any of that. And then, you know, I was approached to do The Bachelor and I was like, okay. And that pretty much took up majority of my 30s. And part of my reason for like getting over the fear of saying like, this is not it, you know, it's not it, you felt this way for a while, moving to divorce was I didn't want to wake up at 40 and be in this exact same place. So, you know, at 38, you know, the move started, but still it wasn't until, it wasn't over till I almost turned 40.
Yeah.
So dating is new and it's difficult. And I am a person who likes to date. You know how people are like, they're serial daters? Probably because I love to have conversations. I love to meet people. I love to dive into their worlds. I love to talk. First dates are easy. First dates are fun. It's the going to the next level, having to have my guard down, having to
be vulnerable.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for that. But for me, I met someone pretty quickly that became a friend, and then I really started liking. And like that's kind of, I don't know really what's gonna happen with that one, but I kind of got lucky in that sense. So I kind of got saved in the sense of not having to like date too much or getting on the dating apps or anything.
So you still
like
haven't been on the apps?
No. Should I?
No.
That's what everybody says. But then I meet people who have, and maybe that time has expired, but who have met people on apps and we've talked about this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that apps are inherently bad. I know people that have met on apps. Like they're not, I think it's how you use the app, and you're a public figure, so there's only certain apps you can be on.
Okay.
So like I'm telling on myself right now, but I got on Hinge. You guys missed your window, by the way. I was on Hinge for 2 weeks, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it, because I was on Raya, and I actually met a really nice man on Raya. We dated for a couple months. So that experience wasn't bad. I have a fucking insane experience from another app, but the Hinge thing, my problem was everyone was a CEO or founder. I was like, it's giving unemployed. Like, what do you mean? What are you the CEO of?
No, listen, somebody sent me my ex's Hinge
Where
profile.
do you work?
It coincides with the stuff that you're saying. Like, I know that's
everyone's a CEO or owner or founder.
Is that
what
in
did
LA?
you found?
See, like, that's terrifying for me.
What does your company do?
That's terrifying for me.
Like Big Baller Records.
So I shouldn't get on Raya.
What? No, Raya's different. Raya's how do I explain
it's something
Raya?
that you said. It's not even just I have never been on a dating app before. It's also I have not dated since I've been on from The Bachelor.
Right.
My dating before, I was an attorney and lived a much quieter life.
Yeah, you're a public figure now.
So now it's totally different for me. And I remember I went on a date, and the person I went on a date with is a public figure as well. But they didn't know that I had been on The Bachelorette. And the moment I didn't lead with it, right? Just like I don't lead with Christianity. I don't lead with, so I was on the show. Like, I'm trying to avoid it at all. But as I'm trying to avoid the whole thing, but we were having great conversation. And I think he was even shocked at how it was, because I never talked about this. His assistant came up during the date and like gave him his keys or something like that. And I felt like she was hanging around in case it was bad. Like in case it wasn't good, he had an out. And she kind of gave him his keys, and I think she took an Uber, kind of like, oh, this is going well, because it had been a couple of hours. It was hours and hours and hours. So it's great conversation. And as we're really starting to talk, I'm like, fuck, I have to say I'm divorced. That's weird for me. And I wasn't officially divorced yet.
Right.
So I don't want to tell people, I mean, it's not even just telling divorce. I have to get into the bachelor of it. So then as I was realizing, it's like, oh, I have to say I'm divorcing in the process. Then it was, well, how did you meet your husband?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I got to talk about the bachelor. And I got really embarrassed. And that's what's going to be new to me in all of this. I don't want to have to, because I'm hoping you don't know that I was on The Bachelor.
How did he react though?
Loved it. Was excited about it. He was like, oh, wait, I remember when that was announced and everybody was talking about it and people were making jokes. And then he was like, listen, that means you've made it if people are like making jokes and stuff about it. And like comedians are talking about it. And it was like a Saturday Night Live spoof. And he was like, that's like a good thing. Wasn't critical of it, but was really excited, and then became really curious, and then started asking me a lot of questions about it, but not in a way like a fan, out of pure curiosity. And like, it's like, that's my fear. It was like,
because
are you
don't
interested
want to
in
talk
me?
about it?
I don't want to talk about it, but are you interested in me? Or now are you here longer because this is something you've never been on a date with someone from a reality show or the first Black Bachelorette, and now you're just curious, and the conversation has steered away from me and who I am as an individual, and you're more caught up in my life. Like for that person, imagine if I started talking about their craft and what they do and started asking all these questions about who they've worked with and what it's like to do this and this and this and this, they would be a little bit turned off because you're like, well, wait, I'm a person. Don't you want to get to know me as this? I almost said who it was. I would have had you beef it out. And so for me, it was off-putting, and I just was like, is this what dating is going to be for me now? Or if I get on an app, when they swipe, are they swiping because they're like, oh, wait, I'm curious to learn more about that. Like, don't you fear that?
Yeah. I mean, it's a very understandable thing to experience when you are newly divorced. I feel nothing about telling people I'm divorced now because it was so long ago. But when I first started dating, I was, you feel a little, even if whether it's right or wrong, you feel a little shame about it.
Yeah, for sure.
People are going to want the story about what happened. And when it's new, you might not really have your bearings on how you feel about all of it emotionally. And that can be difficult to, have a conversation with someone and talk about, a very raw and heartbreaking experience.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to get divorced, it is a horrible thing to go through.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like breakups are hard, divorces are a nightmare.
Yeah.
For everyone. So it's very understandable that you'd feel that way. And as far as like The Bachelorette goes, people get interested in different things. Like I've been on dates where people will start talking about like, oh, what's it was like to work with so-and-so and da-da-da. And like, there's times where I'm like, okay, like let's talk about the Cowboys. Like I can talk about that. I don't want to talk about,
Right.
Fox. I don't want to talk about people I've worked with right now. Like eventually we'll have all these conversations if we end up together.
Right.
But, off the top, it can be a little off-putting. But what I would say though is, and we've had many conversations privately about divorce and dating and these experiences. My advice is to let yourself heal because it doesn't mean that you can't date if you're not healed, but just understand there might be some things that trigger you. Like, and maybe you are feeling triggered because you're like, I feel embarrassed about this, or I feel like this isn't something I want to talk about right now. And this person is digging in and they may really just be wanting to learn more about you, but it's because you're triggered, you're feeling defensive. And the other thing that I've found out the very hard way is that if you aren't fully healed and you roll up on the wrong person, they're going to weaponize your vulnerability and start manipulating you to feel worse about yourself to control you. So you have to be very careful with that.
Yeah, it's such a delicate thing. I mean, my therapist actually said to me, I want to talk about your relationship to men. And I said, I'll see you in 2026. Like, I just let me play this out.
I can't dig into this right now.
I was just like, just let me play this out. Just let me just like do what I need to do. And then like, we'll regroup at the top of the year. The healing thing is real. Like I feel healed from my divorce, but I think moving forward because like when you're married, you're planning this life and you see things the way, and like I would imagine, like we both like to control things and like be like, I want to know that this is going to happen and this is the, and this is the, and this and this and this. And when you divorce, you let go of all of that and there's so much unknown.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that I have to work through. That's the thing that I need to heal from of, okay, moving forward, what does Rachel want? What does a relationship for Rachel look like? Because things are different. Like my mother hates when I say this, but I'm like, I don't know if I ever want to get married again because for me, one thing that I did learn in healing from the divorce is I never had a partner, I just had a person. And so to me, partnership is something that I know that I'm looking for and that I want more than having a ring on my finger or calling somebody my husband. I want somebody who is a partner in life with me.
Yeah.
So, I got to work through that in 2026 though.
Yeah, in 2026.
I'm letting this year play out and we'll see.
But you need that time too. Like people always shame women for that time that you're taking for yourself. But sometimes you just need a beat and you don't know what you want and you'd be better. You're going to be worse off just dating someone just to be in a relationship when you don't really know what you want. You're actually going to traumatize other people.
That's what I was going to say. I don't want to mess up when people are like, oh, this guy wants to talk to you. I'm like, I am not. Like, for one, I like somebody right now, and I just don't know where that's going to go. But I have learned a lot about myself and what I desire in relationships and what I lost in my marriage. I forgot because I just got so caught up. Obviously, that was very public, and I got so caught up in other things that I lost my way of what I really value. And what I'm doing right now has really shown me what I value and what I want and what I like. So I love that. If this doesn't work out, I've learned a lot from it. But I say, if this doesn't work out, leave me alone. I am emotionally unavailable. I don't want to do anything else. I need to, as my therapist said, work on some things with myself. And I don't want to mess up somebody that's good or maybe that could be meant for me. Because timing's everything. It might not be now, might be in 2026. That's also what a psychic told me. So,
Do you find it hard? Because I struggle with this a lot when it comes to speaking about dating and relationships publicly because we are public figures. Do you find the judgments of where you are, does that bother you? Does the reaction to the divorce bother you?
How people perceive me dating?
Yeah.
No. I'm not worried about how people perceive me dating. I mean, I want to make sure I'm understanding. Like you're saying, does dating, because my divorce was so public, does the fact that I'm dating publicly or not and how people perceive that bother me?
Well, because, we don't have to, but part of what we do is being vulnerable and, speaking about our lives and speaking about things that people don't generally talk about publicly.
I think if anything, because my last relationship was so public and we tried to make it, actually, our relationship in itself was private. Us meeting and how we met and fell in love and all of that was public. But outside of that, we really kind of tried to keep it close to the chest so people didn't understand the inner workings of it. That's why they were shocked when it all came about. But if you really think about it, you really didn't know much. You knew that we wanted a family. You knew that, we were still together and that we had moved around a bit, but you really didn't know. We didn't talk about it. We didn't work together. We didn't influence together like you see other couples that come from the show. We really lived separate lives when it came to that. And there are a number of reasons why that was the case. But if anything, it's made me feel like I want to do things a lot more private.
So you wouldn't want to be in another public relationship?
Well, I hated that the person that I'm dating, it got out. And it's not even really that public. But, I didn't know going to a concert that I was going to be sharing the suite with somebody from TMZ. How could I have known that? And I totally bitched that brand out. I'm like, why would you put me in a suite with somebody from TMZ? And thank God I knew her because love her. She's great. But I knew her, so I knew how to act. But she clocked it. She was like, let's all take a picture together. And when I was like, no, then it was like, I'm going to have to write about this, right? So I was trying to keep that. We were out in public, living a public life, but not posting on social, not putting it out there. And if anything, I would try to keep that kind of stuff. I'm not against dating somebody in the public eye. I just don't want to be public about what I'm doing if I can help it.
Oh, yeah.
But I have a co-host that loves to put that stuff out there. Who are you dating? What's going on? Well, you and so-and-so. And I'm like, damn, can we just live?
No. I never want to be in another public relationship. Ever.
I would prefer not to be, but if I'm feeling it, because I am totally energy, like I have to be moved. If I'm feeling it, I'm going to go for it, but I'm not going after it. Like I have a friend, She and her husband, I'm like, hook me up with someone. And I'm like, don't. And he's an athlete. I'm like, do not hook me up with an athlete. That's not what I want.
I have somebody I wanted to hook you up with.
Oh, you've never told me this.
What do you mean? I told you when I saw you in New York.
I was drunk.
Oh. Do you not remember me telling you this?
No.
He was there.
Wait, I gotta.
He was there, and
may
I told.
or may not
I
have had COVID
and
at that point.
I told him at that. I told him also. I was like, "There's someone here I want you to meet." And then you got. Then like
what was
you
my
left.
response? I ran. I probably didn't. I ran away. Probably. What
No,
was
I
my?
think
Did
you
I
were
know who they
leaving.
were?
No, you don't know them, and they don't know you.
Did I run away?
No,
Because there was somebody else at that party trying to talk to me, and if it's the
no,
same
it's not.
person,
It's not the same person. I promise you, it's not the same person.
okay. I want to know.
There's
who
no way
this
it's the same
is.
person.
Save them for 2026, but I want to know. I want to
He
know.
was on my head. He was like, "Tell me who it is." I was like, "No."
I want
He
to
was
know
like,
who it is.
Is she a baddie?" I was like, first of all, don't disrespect me. Like, I'm not going.
Well, don't look at this podcast because I am rough right now.
Don't. Actually, does he watch this podcast? No, he's not gonna. We're not gonna clip this part off, and then he won't see it. No, but you guys would be so hot together.
I want to know who it is off my.
No,
we'll
I'm
talk
not telling
about
you
it.
guys. It's not the right time.
But it's so funny because I don't remember that.
I'm gonna do it the next. You guys
Did
will.
you not know I was lit?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I do
I guess
that
I
so
probably
well.
I probably should have known, maybe. But it was like a chaotic kind, not chaotic, but like there was like a lot happening.
I was a few shots in by the time I got
Oh,
to you. I was
wow.
running around the party saying, "Where's Joy? Where's Joy?"
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
Right.
was like,
and then we found each other and then took all those crazy pictures.
Is that who you want to hook me up with?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't know. I'm promising you don't know who this person is. And they don't know who you are. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until
All right,
you're
all right. I'm wait.
the
why
situation's
am I
right.
excited? I love this.
because you guys would be hot together.
I
And I never
love
hook
this.
anybody up. I like actually adamantly disagree with even the concept. I may just kind of like massage it and let you guys forget about it and then work my magic.
I'm
trying to think if
I have one more
any-
question about that. But
If any of you in here know them, maybe Marcos does.
can I ask where they live?
No, I'm not giving you guys any information. He did the same thing. He was like, "Where does she live? How tall is she?" I was like, "No. No, when the time is right. When the time is right. We'll see. Yes, we'll do their couple reveal on the show.
He doesn't need to watch this episode.
First, shut up. You look beautiful. All right, before we get you out of here, we always do rapid fire.
Yes.
So, the last book that you thoroughly enjoyed.
I'm a terrible person who I start a book, I get 100 pages in, and then I jump to the next book.
Every time.
Every time,
I am
right?
forcing myself to finish this book that I'm reading right now. It's really good, but I have the same habit. And then I see another book and I'm like, ooh, I want to read that book.
I know. I like.
Finishing books is a problem for me also.
Well, Erased is the book by Anna Malika Tubbs. It's so good. It's about American patriarchy. It probably makes me hate men more. And so again, I got to finish it before 2026 because I feel like that's going to be a big year for me.
Get your healing journey
But
out of the way.
it's so good. It's so good.
I am reading The Second Mountain, which I will finish.
I have that one.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's on my. That's in my.
It's on your,
stack.
it's on your stack to read. Okay,
I have the book.
It actually would be a good book for you to read right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it would be a good book for you to read before 2026.
I think somebody gave it to me mid-divorce.
Yeah,
I think it was a gift.
it's a good divorce book. If you could only have one app on your phone, which one stays?
Do text count?
No, those like are standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Instagram.
Same.
I'm an Instagrammer.
Yeah.
I will mindlessly scroll TikTok, but lately I've been doing it a lot more. But Instagram for sure.
Yeah. I also just like the messaging mechanism on Instagram more than TikTok.
Doesn't feel as overwhelming for me.
Yeah. Favorite fast food chain?
I'm not a big fast food eater because I don't like burgers. I stopped eating them after I read Fast Food Nation back in college, but I
am judging.
I loved burgers.
We listen
they
and we
taste
judge.
so good. But
They do.
but ground beef disgusts me. Ground anything disgusts me.
You're a picky eater though.
I am a picky eater. So I like Wendy's.
Wendy's isn't acceptable. Wendy's might
has
be my answer.
Great chicken nuggets. And so that I can, like the spicy chicken nuggets, I can do that.
Does Chick-fil-A?
What do you mean?
What
do you mean ground chicken?
Chicken nuggets are.
I thought you take a chicken, like, yes, you know how like Chick-fil-A has the chicken nuggets?
Yeah, but Chick-fil-A is...
And I thought those were...
Chick-fil-A is Christian nationalist chicken.
Well, that's why I didn't say Chick-fil-A.
Right,
But
but they
I
have
thought-
they have better chicken.
Guys,
Because God was there.
I am literally sick to my stomach.
What do you mean? How did you think that they assembled the Wendy's nuggets?
Well, I didn't know ground chicken was a thing. That's one. Two.
Babes, it's not even ground chicken. It's like puree. It's like...
Okay, I can't. No, I can't. I'm like actually gonna be... No, like I'm literally gonna vomit.
Okay. Well,
I'm like, I can see the nugget in my, it's why, because like I don't eat grilled chicken sandwiches because somebody described it to me. Like, this is how picky I am. Somebody described it to me as a large nugget. And the idea of that disgusted me. Like, not a grilled chicken sandwich, like a crispy chicken sandwich, like what you would get at Wendy's.
Yeah.
The idea of it being a giant nugget disgusted me to the point where I was like, I could never eat that anymore. And now I will never eat at Wendy's again.
no, well, you don't
Ever
eat
in my
burgers,
life.
so that's tough.
It's rare that I do. I was trying not to say Popeyes, but should have stuck with my gut and stuck with Popeyes.
Yeah, Popeyes is good. I don't know if I have like I'm moody, but if I had to like I have one that has to stay, I think it would be Wendy's because Wendy's has a lot of options. One thing that you hope people remember about you,
I'm sorry,
that you're a
I'm
woman
still
of God.
stuck on the nugget. My mom would love that. That I was always true to myself, because in this world is one thing. This industry that we're in, it's so easy to say what's popular, or to do what's popular, or to try to like appease a certain audience, or do something to like get a job and be friends with someone, you know, like in that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I can always say I'm me. And like whatever I did it because I wanted to do it. You might not agree with it, but I did it because I was true to myself.
Yeah, I think it's the same. One of my very good friends said to me this week that I am the most authentic person that they know. For better or worse, dumb shit, smart shit,
Right. You own it.
annoying shit,
Same.
ridiculous shit, dangerous shit. I have a really hard time pretending.
Same.
And so I hope that is what people remember me for, is being authentic,
Yeah.
for better or worse.
I think that they will. Yeah. And I think that that's rare. It is, so many people are trying to be somebody they're not.
Yeah, and it makes sense, you know, but I get it's more comfortable to wear the skin of another person.
See, but not for me.
No, for
And I
me,
think
me
same for
either.
you.
Me either. It's
Exactly.
very frustrating.
Yeah.
What personality trait you think is most associated with success?
Ambition. Is that a personality trait?
Yeah, I think you're an ambitious person.
I realize that I'm bad at this kind of stuff.
Why?
When people are like, I'm going to do a plug here. Shout out to Nina Westbrook and her wellness app, Nebby. The first thing the app does is ask you how you feel, like to pinpoint your emotion. I'm terrible at that. You ask me how I'm feeling, I'm like, I'm good. I'm okay. Those aren't feelings, right? And I struggle with that. I learned that in therapy. So that's why I'm like, is that an emotion? Because I'm really bad at
No, but a
identifying
personality
the
trait.
Okay.
Being an ambitious person is a
An
personality
ambitious
trait.
person.
I would say discipline. Because I think you have to, in order to be a successful person,
I'm not
you have
disciplined.
to inherently be. I don't think so. I think you're more disciplined than you are giving yourself credit for.
I wouldn't describe myself as a disciplined person, but I can force myself to be disciplined.
You're
if I
not
have
going to therapy until 2026. You're not out here breaking hearts. Oh.
I'm not. I'm not.
You read. You are a successful woman. You definitely are disciplined.
All
You're more
right.
disciplined than you're giving yourself credit for.
Okay.
You're a picky eater. That you just gave up
Just
chicken
got
nuggets.
worse. Just got worse. Just got worse.
I can't believe it.
Check
I,
it out,
I
Liz.
almost like if I didn't think it was gonna make you throw up, I would send you the video of what chicken nuggets are.
Do you eat them?
Yeah, but I eat everything. I'm a cow. Like I just like what am I? The only thing I don't eat is like eel, sea urchin, hot dogs, and cottage cheese. That's it.
And I was gonna say, because I don't do cheese. I don't eat cheese at all. But and
Nuts.
it's just because it stinks. Like
What do you
I
mean
can
it
smell it.
stinks?
If somebody was eating cheese right now, I could smell it. Like the smell of cheese disgusts me.
I cannot imagine this planet without cheese. It
I
would
don't
be
eat cheese.
intolerable for
I
me to
don't
live on
eat
this planet without cheese.
Cheese at all. I can smell it from a mile away.
Crazy.
It smells like feet.
What is your favorite food?
Pork chops.
That is so random, and it's so easy to
I'll
fuck
be
up a
making
pork
one
chop.
tomorrow night.
You gonna make them? You make them?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
I don't
You
like-
make them.
Well, yeah, I'll go to a restaurant. Like if I go to a restaurant and I see pork chops on the menu, I'm getting it. Close the
Yeah?
menu. We're done.
I
have to
really
try the
like
pork
pork
chop.
chops, but I kind of need them to be homemade. Like I need my mom to make them, or like someone who knows how to make
If they're
them.
fried, I'd be more than happy to invite you over for a good chop. Wait, what were we saying? Not cheese, not something about
Cottage
food.
cheese, but cottage
that's
cheese
the one
is
thing
the
I
consistency of
accept.
throw up.
This is the thing. It doesn't matter what you say about it. I'm gonna eat it.
What?
A hot dog.
Yuck.
I don't care. I never get to have them anymore. But we're going to a baseball game. I'm having.
What do you
a
mean
hot
you
dog.
don't get to
I
have
don't
hot
make, I'm
dogs?
not gonna have one at home. I'm not gonna make it just for fun at the house. It's like a treat. It's like a cookie. You go to a baseball game. I'm gonna get a hot dog.
Cooking hot dogs at home is diabolical. If you don't have
I
children,
used to.
why are you making hot dogs? I
kid,
am
yeah.
not trusting someone that's like, yo, I'm making hot dogs tonight. Like the
But what if you're
fuck?
grilling them like a barbecue?
If you're grilling, yeah,
like,
but
that's
you
a
can't just
treat.
be just grilling hot dogs. Like you got to throw some other
I
meats on
swear
there.
I'm not making them at home.
No.
But I do
If
love
someone was
hot
like,
dogs.
I called someone like, oh, what are you doing? Like, oh, I'm making dinner. Like, what are you having? Hot dogs. I'd be like, serial killer. There's no way we can't take you seriously.
It's just childlike.
Yes, you had like there are childlike foods that are acceptable. Like you're making a grilled cheese, like cool. Well, you don't eat cheese, but like
Yeah.
you know, it's just a sandwich. But making hot dogs, crazy. Just have hot dogs in your house to make.
It is kind of like a serial killer.
It's crazy. I'm not apologizing to anyone if you do this either. Thank you so much for coming by. It was so
Oh wait,
wonderful.
do you want me to ask you your rapid questions? Or do we have time?
Did we do that? Oh, you have questions for me. Okay,
Yes,
this is our
I have
first time doing
questions
this.
for you. Okay, I love this. Okay, something even though ours wasn't rapid, something you can't travel without.
Something I can't travel without. My like nighttime routine. Like, and I have to keep it like on my person. I don't like checking it. It's very expensive, and yeah,
It's really good you stick to it. I
Like-
pass out a lot when I go to sleep and I forget. Like that night. First jersey you ever owned?
first jersey I ever owned was Michael Jordan, for sure.
I was like, Michael Irvin? Oh.
No, my mom is a Cowboys fan. Do you know this?
America's team.
Yeah,
No, I did not know
My
that.
mom
But
is a
we're
Cowboys
everywhere.
fan. But yeah,
In Pittsburgh?
I
That's
know.
interesting.
It makes no sense. But she loved Emmitt Smith, and she's a rebel.
I love that. Wonder where you get it from.
Mm-hmm.
One word that describes 2025 so far.
Very transformative.
Oh,
It's a very transformative year.
okay. That's positive.
I'm trying to be more positive.
That's positive. I love that. I love that. Good for you. An artist or group you want to see in concert.
Ooh, that's good. Because I don't really like to go to big concerts
I
that
love
often.
concerts.
Like I loved Beyonce. I gotta go to Beyonce a few times. Bad Bunny. Who's an artist I'd want to see? You know, I really want to see Lauryn Hill, but I'm not waiting.
Nah, don't wait. I saw her perform at the BET Awards, so I got lucky. She had to be on time.
Yeah, I'm not waiting, but I do want to see Lauryn Hill.
I would want to see Lauryn Hill too.
Yeah.
Okay, this is really random.
You know what? I want to see Badu too. Erykah Badu.
I saw Erykah Badu at Camp Flog Gnaw, Tyler the Creator thing, and she was 25 minutes late, and they cut her mid-set, and I thought, oh, this is Erykah just being Erykah, just like doing a little something to get. No, they cut her mic and escorted her right off the stage. But she was great until then. And I'm from Dallas, so like there's a
Yeah.
I'm with
No,
you.
I love
Erykah,
Badu.
amazing in concert. Something you've let slide in relationships that you should have caught early.
Insecurity.
Oof. We don't talk enough about that.
Insecurity.
It's the root. That's the root of all evil in relationships.
It really is. It bothers me so deeply when people are insecure. I have to call it out immediately. If it's consistent, it's a real red flag. And I am so thoroughly trained in the fire of Sauron to deal with insecure people, and particularly insecure men. So I am just a terrible person to be with if you're insecure. I am not going to make you feel better.
If a man told you that they were insecure, would that make it easier for you?
Yes, but the solution cannot be that I am going to constantly be catering to your insecurity.
Sure.
The solution has to be, okay, what do you need from me that is reasonable to make you feel less insecure about our relationship? Why are you insecure? And what are you doing to be less insecure? And if any of those things inconvenience me in any way, I'm not doing it.
I'm with it. I've never had a man tell me that they were actually insecure. I knew they were, but they never. So I'm just
curious. I've had a man recently tell me that he was insecure, which I already knew. But I actually thought it was big of him that he admitted that, because he did not seem like he was on the path to accountability for that. But my hope for him is that, and really anybody who's insecure, is that you understand that this is not, no one is going to make you secure.
Yeah.
And so often and it really just isn't even in like interpersonal relationships, like friendships, friends can be insecure. That like, I am the wrong motherfucker to interact with if you're insecure. I am not going to make you feel better, especially if I have done nothing to make you insecure. You're going to be walking away from the conversation upset, and I'm not apologizing.
You know what? I think you know that about yourself, and like it is what it is, right? So like, beware, I guess, if
PSA, I'm not the fucking one.
Yeah,
because it's really just you trauma dumping on me, and you're trying to take advantage of the fact that I care about you, and you think that I'm going to allow you to like dump all this negative energy on me, and I'm going to absorb it, and it's a no. Yeah. What you need is a therapist or medication or whatever, but you're not about to make me the scapegoat for your inability to look in the mirror and like yourself.
Yeah, being the
or
scapegoat
trust other people.
Yeah, are you trying to bring me down because you feel a certain way? That's what I've dealt with in the past. Last one. Which Capricorn trait do you relate to the most?
I would say probably being a workaholic is the obvious one, but I'm also I have a vicious on-off switch. Like,
I think, that's a Capricorn trait for sure.
I'll be like, what did you say? I'm never speaking to that person again. They don't even know that this is the last time we're ever interacting. I
read that's
cold.
There's power in that. I literally saw something about that today, that like there's real power, and like people don't even know that they've been cut off by you, but they are. And you don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything.
Goodbye.
It's just.
I don't. Also, sometimes it's not even like, because sometimes in business, like you have to continue working with people or things like that. But when the emotional cord is cut, like I can literally work with you every day and not give a single fuck if you exist or not the next day.
I think that is an earth sign trait. I'm a Taurus, and I'm the same way. Like when I'm down, I'm down. I'm fiercely loyal to a fault. But once that has ended, I feel nothing. That's one of my favorite sayings. I feel nothing. I can't even, I'm like, nothing.
You might as well be a rock. Like,
okay.
There's
nothing.
You don't even have a thing. Like you're not even a plant that can die. Like you just are literally nothing.
Yeah.
A slab.
I love that for us.
Oh, I can't imagine it. Like I can't imagine being any other way. I'm going to just deal with people's shit forever.
Yeah, no.
Ciao.
There's a window.
Oh, and it really is a light switch. It's like on and then off. But when it's on, and they be so mad because they know they fucked up. They can see it. Like my eyes go cold. I'm like a vampire. It's like,
the light goes away. I'm with you.
Bye, Felicia. The Rach Lindsay with the A. Higher Learning with Van Lathan. New episodes on Tuesdays and Fridays on YouTube. Make sure that you follow her on social media. Be nice to her because she's my friend, and I will send you bad energy.
That's the kind of friend you want. I love that.
No, thanks for coming by.
Having me.
Love that conversation with Rachel. Make sure you go and follow her on social media and check out her and Van's podcast, Higher Learning. So now it's time to get to Never Too Personal. This is a very tough question. How do I love myself? So I really like this question because for many years when I would hear things like, you need to love yourself first, girl, or, loving yourself is really important, I would always be like, okay, that's that shit single people say. Like, oh, love yourself. Like, no, I'm gonna find somebody else to love me. Thanks for, projecting your sad singleness on me. But loving yourself is much bigger than loving yourself in space of a relationship. It took me a long time to understand the concept of loving yourself. It took me a long time to be brave enough to love myself. And it took me a long time to really understand what that statement means. Because it's not about loving yourself so that you don't have anyone else love you. It's about setting proper boundaries. It's about celebrating the things that you like in yourself. It's about having accountability for the things that you want to better in yourself. It's about knowing yourself thoroughly, knowing the things that trigger you, knowing the things that excite you, knowing the things that make you feel safe and comfortable, the things that motivate you, the type of environments that you want to be around. Loving yourself is really, in my opinion, understanding and respecting yourself and not allowing yourself to be manipulated into thinking that you're lesser than, or the things that you desire or that make you happy are unrealistic or not right for you. And as we go through life, and this is men and women, we're constantly told that the things that we want are not right. Like, we get pushed into spaces where our motivations are changed because of economics or because of family or because of obligations. And oftentimes we're also traumatized. So the trueness and the love that we have for ourselves is diminished, I think, through the experiences that we have. People that really love themselves are the most confident because they love the whole of who they are, the things that they're not proud of, the mistakes that they've made, the scars that they have, the experiences that they have, and they know what they can offer the world. So how to get to that point is to put together a path that will allow you to reach that. I think boundaries are incredibly important. I think putting people around you that encourage you in a positive way, that point out the things that are great about you, that are kind enough to be gently honest with you when you are going astray, to put yourselves in environments that make you happy, that inspire you to do the things that you like to do, and to prioritize yourself. Oftentimes we are encouraged to prioritize everyone else but ourselves. We're called selfish if we don't prioritize ourselves. And the word selfish it's a very loaded term, and it's almost always associated with negativity, but sometimes you have to be selfish in order to be whole. And, the simplest way I can put it is, you can't pour into other people if you're not full. And loving yourself is just making sure that you are always full. So I hope that helps. And thank you so much for the question. If you want to be a part of the show, twopersonalpodcast@gmail.com, or you can DM us at twopersonalshow on all of our social medias. Make sure that you subscribe, and we will catch you next week.